Hi, my name is Mia Luna, and today I'm going to discuss the reflective analysis of student work, also called the RAW model, and how I used it when implementing a new AT device for my student. The RAW model is used to target the student's learning outcomes, reflect collaboratively on student progress, and used as a formative assessment for the process of purpose of checking students' understanding. This constructive feedback will help guide continued instruction. It is also best used when collaborating with other professionals, other sources, and the student's family. Ethan Barnes is the student we worked with to implement the new AT device using the RAW model. He is a fourth grade student who has critical visual impairments as well as other multiple disabilities. We all agreed that providing a way for him to independently communicate would be helpful for him. We thought of starting him on a visual schedule during the lesson and progressed to using the board as a choice board between two different items. Next, we made a schedule for when we would meet to discuss the outcomes of the lesson using the RAW worksheet as guidance. First, we did a reflective analysis, what worked and what didn't. The next step, we would do work in our reflective learning communities to discuss who or what sources could be helpful in guiding us on the next steps. And then we would discuss the next steps or strategies to help us with the next lesson. The RAW worksheet starts with the academic goal in mind, the end goal. His academic goal is given verbal cues and verbal prompts and hand-under-hand guidance. Ethan will be able to independently track with his eyes or head objects on a visual schedule and choice board by using touch to gain sensory input or tactile objects or noise-making objects. We then established his first learning target to meet that end goal, which is to use one real object at a time when presenting a visual schedule to assist him in understanding the first, then, or next when going through the lesson using a variety of real objects, an iPad, bells, ribbons, beads, etc., with guidance using prompting, cueing, and hand-under-hand support as needed. After the first lesson, using the RAW worksheet, a reflective analysis was, does Ethan have problems or struggles with accessing the objects on the board? Does he understand what the objects mean that are presented to him? Does he need extra time to explore and process the objects? Because it seemed that it was tedious for him to keep looking down at his tray on that he has on his wheelchair to see the objects on the board. Our reflective community included the PT and OT, and they gave us guidance on positioning the board to gain more access to the visual schedule. Our next steps included to provide him with a black metal slant board that we can use magnets on objects to be placed on the board to eliminate clutter and bring objects closer to his face, and also provide him with extra time to explore and process the information. We as a team, we did this a total of 5 times, and each time we used the RAW model worksheet as guidance for our discussion. Each time we would reflect on what worked and what did not, then who or what resources can help with what needs improvement or what needs more worked on. And then our next steps and strategies for the lesson to see Ethan gain more progress on using or utilizing his visual schedule. Ethan has become more familiar with his visual schedule and gets really excited to see certain items that he prefers, like bells or his iPad. I have an example of items that he prefers. It's all cluttered together. Usually we would only have one object at a time, but we have his iPad right here, and we have his bells with his ribbons, and we also have his bells that we use here. And it's all magnetized, so it's easy to remove. It's easy for him to manipulate around. Anyways, I feel like that using the raw worksheet was an excellent way to guide our collaborative discussions, to help improve strategies in the process of implementing new AT devices. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.